Hi there. My name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks.
Hello there and welcome. My name is James Maynard, otherwise known as Sweet Baby James. Welcome to Lighting the Way, Granny Raps and Rocks.
Indeed, and we already have.
Ho ho ho! Elizabeth says
Oh,
hello and sends a heart of love.
hello, Elizabeth.
And Robbie from Kathmandu says Namaste, Kathmandu, Nepal.
Robbie, welcome.
Welcome.
Well, it is great to see you guys. It really is. And I have a lighting the way tonight that I am struggling with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's another one.
Santosh says, after a long time, I'm watching you. Namaste from Nepal.
Oh, we
Whoa,
have
how about that?
another person from Nepal. Isn't that
Wonderful.
something?
And Tracy says hello and sends a big heart of love.
Hello, Tracy. So my topic tonight is what stops us from being happy, or I think that's what I wrote down. But, oh my God, this is a topic, really. Course, the stream is saying that we are not streaming, but we're not going to worry about that, right? We're going to assume that we are streaming. So, okay, so I want to give you an example. Today,
By the way, we are streaming live on my screen.
good, so I'm glad I'm ignoring the message. Today we got a new keyboard. Now this keyboard is different from any of the other musical instruments that I have because it is really focused on recording virtual instruments. That is, instruments that aren't really there and they're not hardware, they're like software, I don't know, they're in the ethers, they have no substance, they're software. Anyway, they're virtual instruments. And so I had gotten these instruments a long time ago and I had had nothing but trouble with them, so I stopped using them and I was having trouble with my arms and had a lot of physical problems. But I got this crazy idea that there was this new keyboard that just came out that is supposed to be easier. Okay, so it comes. And here we
have another couple
go.
of comments. Amy says, hi, Beth and James. This is a great topic. You are streaming.
Isn't that something?
Thank
It
you.
says very clearly that we are not streaming.
Well, we certainly are.
And
We're
look,
live.
and look.
And here, Catalina says, I see you. A couple of eyeballs looking at us.
Isn't it funny? Anyway, I've just given up on paying any attention. So, to what the thing tells me, like, oh, you're not streaming. So I would like to start recording music again where you can have an instrument here and an instrument there. I don't want to bore you with the details. You don't care, but I do. And there will be eventually some music. So the keyboard comes. It comes on time. The nicest man from FedEx brings it all the way up the stairs. He brings
into your room.
he brings it into the room. He is so sweet. I mean, really, the nicest guy. And then James came in, and we were working on it together, and we got the whole room set up. Now there's 3 keyboards in that room, plus my computer where I work, plus a bed to rest, and plus a lot of, and where we do the Life Force workout. So it's just a tad
One busy room.
very busy room. So, of course, other people experienced, and there is problems, and I don't think I have the right computer. Anyway, I feel so frustrated. I was on tech support for 2 hours, and they couldn't solve my problem, and this one solved this problem, but that couldn't solve the other problem, and I think it's my... And I go in there, and it's ugly, it's crowded, it's this, it's that. It's the other thing. Okay, so...
Are you suggesting that external circumstances have made you unhappy?
That is exactly. Oh, you
That's so
saw.
contrary
Oh,
to the
that's
theme.
the thing.
Now, how are you
Lots.
going to explain how
Okay.
to be happy under those
Okay.
circumstances?
So, I mean, nothing is working, right? My back is breaking. It's not working yet. And I don't know what to do, but tomorrow is another day. And I barely made it to this show. But I have this funny feeling that I could be happy. I don't want to admit this. I'm going to say it very quietly. Well, how could I be happy when I'm having all these problems? Well, I'll tell you. I walk into the room and I think it's crowded, it's ugly, it's rectangular, it's full of equipment, it's got cables everywhere. And I'm walking around the room and I'm saying, I love it. Now I don't really feel this, but I'm saying, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. See, I'm thinking, tell myself that I love it and maybe I will. Tell myself that I hate it, and I certainly will. Okay, so I'm thinking, oh, this gives me a way of doing things that I can't do now, and I love that, right? Of course, it doesn't work yet, but nothing ever does work right away. Life is difficult sometimes. It's challenging, and I know some other people have had problems. Some of them have sent it back, as a matter of fact. But I did get a little help, right? Okay, so I'm thinking, why am I feeling so negative about this? Well, first of all, it's meeting all my worst expectations. Oh, this is going to be so easy. I'm just going to start it. It's going to work all by itself, right? And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and it's all going to work. Right? Okay, so it did not meet my expectations, my hopes. No. It's more like reality. I don't know about you, but I find reality is a little bit challenging. But then I realized another thing. I don't want to admit to my husband that I am happy. If I can suffer enough, then he won't be jealous.
Oh, wow.
See, he might feel jealous because I have yet another instrument. Now, he doesn't need another instrument. He has a beautiful voice, and you can hear it every Thursday on Magical Improvs, right? But in order to do what I do with keyboards and different instruments and everything, I need, technology. He does not. He just needs a voice. So he says, ooh, she has another this, and she's got this, and then she's getting this. And anyway, so I don't even realize, I know I'm a little tired, but I'm not even realizing that I am making myself look more miserable than I am because I don't want him to feel bad.
That's so kind of you.
It's stupid. This is stupid.
It is stupid.
It's stupid. So it could be that I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to make him feel bad. I don't want to make him feel jealous. There's all those other things. Or I don't want to admit how lucky I am. This is another thing. Oh, no. I mean, I have suffered so much in my life. I suffer. And I'm still suffering, right? So
you're saying that a lot of us are motivated to be unhappy for the sake of others not feeling badly.
Or because it doesn't fit our self-image. Or it doesn't give us license to bitch and moan, which is very important. And we have a response from Catalina.
Oh, Catalina has a big iconic face here that's just kind of, oh.
The O. I love the O. I love the O. Now, I could complain about, oh, my back hurts, and my head hurts, and I'm so frustrated, and I know it's not going to work. But I'm telling myself, see, on the other hand, this is going to work. This is going to work. Now, maybe it won't. But it certainly won't if I keep putting out the thought, this is not going to work. So I would like to challenge you, and I think we're losing people on you. Anyway, yeah, look, I'm not, you break you fall, you break your arm, it hurts. Oh, you're not happy. However, you might be one of the lucky people who has a bed, or who gets to the hospital if you need to, or has somebody bringing you chicken soup or something like that. And so you can say, well, am I going to be happy that I have? No, I'm going to milk this. Oh, no, I'm so unhappy. Somebody came back. So there it is. Think about that. So now, I would like you out there in our delicious, wonderful, delightful audience. Think about something that you feel unhappy or that you feel stressed about. It's like, oh, so stressful. Oh, it's so, this is so hard. And see if there, and by the way, my program is still telling us that we are not live streaming, but I know
Even
that's
though
a
I'm
lie.
seeing us on the screen,
Exactly. And also, there we go. We have
Todd Todd says, sends lots of love and a big heart.
I love that. Thank you. I could use that. So, think about something that you are bitching and moaning about that you might secretly be happy about. Just give it a moment. Just think about it. By the way, this also gave me a topic for tonight, which is good. Yes. Oh, look, we've gotten a response from Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey
on
does, 2 fingers up, right on. It shows a keyboard and a wise.
I love it. Thank you,
Thank you,
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
We so rarely get live responses on YouTube. This is so great. We've only started our live streaming recently. Okay. Anybody got something to share where they feel like maybe they are actually happier than they are acting about something? And it doesn't have to be about you don't want to upset somebody else or make them feel bad. There could be some other motive, but I want you to look carefully if there could be some motive behind your unhappiness. And I'll play the piano for a moment. Okay, James, we have to turn you up again. Let's have something. All right, think about it. Think about it.
I've got one.
Okay, James.
Well, I typically like to hold on to the attitude of I get a raw deal from life.
Oh yeah, it is. So.
And I live in a wonderful home. I have a wonderful wife. I have wonderful doggies.
Could you speak up a little more?
Wonderful doggies, wonderful home, wonderful wife. So what is my problem? Well, I think part of it is that I just like to be right. It's like there's so much raw deal going on in the world. It feels like I'm right when I keep holding on to that attitude.
Oh, you're better than everybody because
I'm not going to be Pollyanna, that's for sure.
Oh no, but is it also that you're too smart to be fooled? Is that what you mean by you like to be right? Or you have to be right about things, how everything... Well, why couldn't you be right about what's right? By the way, we have another comment from Todd.
Todd says, that's not my answer. That's coming next.
Thank you, Todd. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, I guess there's so much negativity and pessimism in the world that I feel like if I'm with that, I am in the right.
Now that is more like it. And if you think positively about things
Then
or
you're
you
Pollyanna.
feel happy, you are dumb. I mean, it is like you're dumb,
What
you're
are you,
gullible,
naive?
insensitive to the sufferings of the universe. There's all kinds of reasons for us not to be happy just every day. Just look out the window. Well, and see global warming. I mean, there's a very good reason. See, and one of the ways that we can become happy, even though life is difficult, is to learn to ignore the things that we cannot change.
Mm.
That we can't do anything about, and move forward with the things that we can do something about, because that'll make us feel happy. We'll know that we're making a contribution, but we'll also be focusing on something positive. If we just focus on the negative, we are going to get negative. I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? Right?
Yeah, there's also this thing of we tend to have a negative bias because of our survival instinct, of warding off threats, and so we are on the alert for anything that might appear or potentially become threatening.
Well, that's right. And we have
by the way, Jeffrey says the two of you always put on a great show.
Oh!
Thank you,
Oh,
Jeffrey.
thank you. See, it's all for show. So thank you. Oh, that makes me feel great. See, I was feeling pretty awful not half an hour ago. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I didn't have time to get together the topic. I didn't have the graphic. I didn't have anything. And now I'm so happy to be here, and I love the fact that Jeffrey is talking to us on YouTube. This is great.
We have another comment.
Yes.
Elizabeth says, I have had such a strong tendency to focus on the negative about everything.
That is correct. That is correct. By the way,
And Jeffrey says,
said,
welcome.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, this is important. So, very much like James, so Elizabeth has had a very strong tendency to focus on the negative about everything all the time. But of course, as you know, Elizabeth, there is a reason for that. You had to, there was some reason that you did, right? So that's an old pattern of mine. And I'm throwing it off. See, one of the things that we have to do is we have to decide to be happy. It's a decision.
And by the way, Elizabeth has another comment. She says, it's taken a lot of support and persistence to gradually lessen this old pattern.
Oh, that is the truth. I mean, I grew up in a house full of melodrama. I grew up with a lot of melodrama. So, that set the stage for this is the way you are supposed to respond to life.
Right.
That only stupid people are happy, or shallow people are happy, or rich people maybe are or whatever it is. Or healthy people are happy. See, I've been sick all my life, and I want to be happy anyway. I mean, I have moments where I start to feel better, and then it seems like I slip back. But I want to believe that I am going to continue to get better no matter how it looks. So, breaking that habit of mind of I am sick, 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 after a while it's like, okay, I guess I'm sick. I'm always sick, right? But now I'm taking the attitude is, well, if it's not that I ignore it. If I had 104 fever, I probably wouldn't think that was a good idea to ignore that. But a lot of things, okay, so my back hurts, my stomach hurts, and they always do. Not going to kill me, and I want to go on. So it is very helpful to focus. I remember having broken my arm, and it was not a good experience, but I was back in bed at some point, and I was so happy that I could just relax into being in bed, and I didn't have to move. I didn't have to go to I didn't want to sit in the hospital. I didn't want to go for x-rays. It was all over. I was just lying there. And I could focus on the fact, I feel so supported right now. I'm so grateful. And I took an Advil. Okay.
We have a comment from Todd, who says, this afternoon the issue was blaming my wife for not being able to find the charger for our vacuum, which is battery powered. Or for our vacuum, which is battery powered. It was down to 1 bar. I wanted to get it done. vacuuming the car before the show.
Okay. So you couldn't be happy. Are you saying, Todd, that you could not be happy because you had to finish some vacuuming
In the car.
before the show, in the car before the show? I love that as a fabulous example. Was it life or death about vacuuming the car?
It was not.
It was not. It was not. It will. So how many? See, like I looked at it today. How I didn't get this thing really working right. I don't know if it's the computer or I just need more learning. It's a very steep curve. So I'm saying, why would I think that I would have gotten this whole thing done this afternoon after this keyboard came, instead of saying, my God, look at what was accomplished today.
Right. You made a lot of progress.
Progress was made. Now sometimes, what did Todd say?
Well, Todd says, it sounds funny what he had said.
Yeah, because it's,
death.
yes, life or death.
Life or death.
Obviously,
Death,
life
obviously.
or death.
And now he has an emoji who's just laughing his head off.
I love that. You see what I'm saying? Now, supposing you had said, I want to come to the show tonight in a happy mood. So, hi, honey. I love you. You know, we'll figure this out. I wonder where it is. We'll figure this out tomorrow, or we won't.
But you know, there's another thing, too. It's like, this is a perfect example of somebody feeling unhappy because their expectations were not met, that something didn't work out the way they had hoped. The charger wasn't found. So I am unhappy. This, that, and the other.
Exactly. But I want to take that one step further. I
Okay.
totally agree with that. It didn't meet the hopes, the expectations. But if you want to be happy, you just throw that away. You have to want to be unhappy to get upset about something that is not upsetting. No, I mean, or that isn't that upsetting. It's like I'm laughing at myself. Did I really think that I was going to get this whole massive enterprise working today? Not me. In fact, I called tech support, and they were having problems too, figuring it all out. So I could say, oh, I'm happy that I got started. I'm happy that I'm moving in the direction of being able to get the car vacuumed. I'm telling you, it's something in us that doesn't want to be happy for some reason. And I really think it would be awesome for you to think, I think part of it for me is I don't want to upset James, but I also probably didn't want to upset my mother because he's saying it's pretty silly. Yeah, but it's not silly. I mean, it is silly, but it's not silly because there is a reason. And that's the important thing. There is a reason. So I think that my mother always wanted to look like a martyr. So if she wanted to look like a martyr, you can't look like a martyr if you're laughing and giggling and dancing, right?
That's right.
So she would get very dramatic about every little thing. I mean, when I say every little thing, I mean every little thing. If you went to her house, God bless her, she's dead. I would bless her alive or dead. And I'm very grateful to that woman for many things. But if you went to her house and stayed over, guess what? You could not leave your toothbrush in the bathroom exposed in the guest bath if you were sleeping over. You had to put everything away and make it perfect, even if you were tired and just arrived. See? So she would get upset about a lot of things. So I'm not taking her inventory right now. I'm not saying why she did it. But how are you as a child going to react when you see your mother upset all the time? Do you want to go, That makes you look like a selfish pig. So you're going to kind of make yourself miserable. So there's a lot of reasons we're unhappy. I'm not saying I've covered all of them today. Sometimes we're unhappy because we are in terrible pain, something terrible happened, something we have to adjust to, we have to cope with, we're in shock, But gradually we adjust to it, we figure it out, and we can usually find something to be happy about. But if we're in the habit of being unhappy, then it's hard to be happy, even when we are, and it's even harder to admit. So, why don't you take this assignment for the next week until our next Lighting the Way show is walking around when you feel unhappy and say, what do I feel happy about right now? Right? Like I was running late for the show and all that, but James got us dinner, God bless him, and as he always does on Wednesday nights. And I could have been happy about that. And somehow or other, I managed to get everything done. Within 30 seconds of the show, I just sat down. Everything was done. So I would like to challenge you to be happy when you're not happy and see if you really don't have things to feel happy about. And so I'm going back into that room and I say, I love my room. I love my room. Now I may adjust it a little bit. Okay, here we go.
Elizabeth says, I realized today that I feel guilty because I have it so good at my job, and noticed the old pattern of finding something to be negative about was creeping back
That's
in.
right. Absolutely. And so go back into your early history probably and try to figure out why you feel the need to look unhappy all the time. And let's try to overcome it together. So I'm very happy that you were here with us tonight, and we have got to go. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night for Magical Improvs, where we play music. Lovely music. We both improvise. That is Thursday nights, Magical Improvs at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And come back next week, next Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And don't forget to leave comments, love the show, or give it a thumbs up on YouTube, share it, become a subscriber on YouTube or follow us on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, please click the notification bell so that you will be notified when we are live or when or when our video goes up or something. But we do go up live. And we invite you to come back next week, and we are so grateful. Mwah, mwah. I'm so happy you came. And I'm so happy that the computer lied and said we weren't streaming and that I didn't listen to it. See, I didn't listen to the negative voice tonight.
That's a great
Even
example.
though for months it really wasn't working.
But it worked despite what the computer was saying.
That's right. We love you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks again. It was great having you with us. Bye-bye
Bye.
for now.